Hey, Miles Beckler here, milesbeckler.com. In this video, we are going to discuss and figure out which is the best blogging platform for you to start on and to build your online business with. So the question is it Wix, is it Weebly, is it Squarespace, or is it WordPress? Now, I'm going to throw a disclaimer out here that I have used every single one of these options over the course of my internet entrepreneurial career. And the only one that I use today is WordPress, and it's the only one that I recommend you use if you're wanting to build a true, lasting, long-term business and platform online. Now, before we get into the why, I want to let you know that you don't have to go into blogging, right? This kind of video is for you if you're a content creator or if you want to go into the organic traffic world, whether you want to do videos or podcasting or use the written word and you're a writer at heart, then WordPress is absolutely for you because it's the best by far platform for you to get your message out to the most people in the most efficient amount of time. Now, first and foremost, let's look at why. The biggest difference between WordPress and the other three platforms mentioned is the fact that it's based on an open source platform. So what's open source, right? So the Miles Beckler version of what open source is it means that there's no corporation that owns it. There's no corporation trying to squeeze profit out of its users, and instead, thousands and thousands of the smartest nerds across the globe all contribute and volunteer their time to continue to upgrade and update and make WordPress the best blogging platform in the world. The last statistic I saw was something that the high 20%, something like 28, 29% of all websites online are built using WordPress, which is an astounding number. They also have meetups all around the world. They're called WordCamps. I've been to a WordCamp. They're very techy. I felt a little out of place as a marketer, but it was great to see that community in person and all of these people who were willing to pay to go to this event to just be around other WordPress developers and other WordPress practitioners. So WordPress is open source, right? Well, what are the other ones? The other ones are for profit. And they have CEOs and directors of marketing, and they are designed, yes, to offer you a service, but ultimately they're designed to turn a profit. And if your goals and what you want that platform to do are not in perfect alignment with what their CEOs wanting to milk out of its customer base, you, my friend, get the short end of the stick, and there's nothing you can do about it. Generally speaking, their code is obfuscated. Their code is encrypted in a way that you can't get in there and you can't make changes. With WordPress, if there's anything you want that system or that website to do or look like or be, it is 100% customizable. The question is not, is it possible? It's just how much time from a developer would it take? My wife and I, we do angel card readings. They're like tarot readings. And I had a widget built by a team in India. It cost about $300. And they built this little how to, like draw a card and get a message type, kind of game type thing. It's a WordPress plugin plugged into our site instantly. That page gets about 100,000 visits per month from that one little widget I was able to build. You simply cannot build things natively like that for the other platforms, whether you're going in that direction or not. Ultimately, there's some powerful plugins on WordPress that make it really what it is. And a plugin is essentially a tiny little software script that you're able to add to your WordPress installation with about 2 or 3 clicks. You don't have to do this. Someone can do this for you. And it gives you all kinds of additional functionality. So for search engine optimization, there's a Yoast plugin. For security to make sure you don't get malware or you don't get hacked, there's the WordFence plugin. If you want to build a contact form, a survey form, there's plugins for that. If you want to turn your WordPress site into a marketing funnel, if you want to turn it into a squeeze page and a sales page and an entire marketing funnel, there's a plugin for that. If you want to sell your own products or sell your own membership, access to a monthly membership program, there's plugins that can do that. Now, these other systems do offer something similar, but again, they've got a team of maybe a dozen, maybe 24 developers at best who are very limited in their scope of what they're allowed to do and what they know how to do versus the thousands and thousands of really smart people contributing to WordPress. So that's kind of the baseline, right? That's the structural difference that's very difficult to see from behind the scenes, right? When you look at them up front, you're like, okay, well, you know, Squarespace is really pretty, right? Like that's cool. Like I want pretty. Guess what? WordPress out of the box, it might not be the prettiest cub in the pack, but you are able to customize it 100%. Another great thing about WordPress is the number of outsourcers around the world from areas that the dollar stretches: the Philippines, India, Bangladesh, South Africa, Eastern Europe, all across Romania, and there's so many people you can find for 5 to 10, max $15 an hour who are absolute gangsters when it comes to WordPress development and customization. And that's really what I think most people should be doing, is go into WordPress. Don't necessarily have to install it yourself. I will be doing a series of videos where I show you how to install it and get it set up, but you can get a developer to do that stuff for you for 20, 30 bucks. And then you can build a relationship with someone. So when you want to customize it, you're able to reach out and like, hey, I want it to look like this. Here's a website. I really like it to look like this. They can go make it happen for you for a very, very reasonable fee. So the last thing I want to touch on about WordPress is just how well it works in the search engines. You know, my wife and I, we moved over to WordPress about 8 years ago, in 2008 or 2008, 2009, roughly. It's like 2016, end of 2016 at this recording. And since then, we've gone on a content rampage. We've just been publishing and publishing and publishing and publishing. And that's really the trick to content marketing in many respects. We've focused them on keywords, but what's happened is that WordPress website is now receiving about 600,000 visits per month from about 400,000 unique visitors every single month, which means we get about 20,000 people a day, something like 12,000, 13,000 individuals on our WordPress site every single day. And this is because Google's in love with the site, Facebook's in love with the site, Pinterest loves driving us traffic, and all of these things combined, people go have a good user experience on WordPress on our website, and they keep coming back. So I'm going to wrap it up now because I've been really clear. You get where I stand. I obviously am a WordPress user, and I believe, a personal belief of mine is that my willingness 7 or 8 years ago to commit to WordPress and developing some WordPress skills, developing a little bit of WordPress muscle, if you will, has 100% been that one skill for me that has leveled me up and turned me into an absolute marketing machine. Right? At this point, I not only have the platform I can work on, but I've been able to adapt the knowledge on how to use that platform to literally go create websites, authority websites, on demand, any niche I want. My challenge has been more about staying focused on one versus constantly, oh, I got a great idea. Let me go get that domain. I'll put up a WordPress site, blah, blah, blah. Because I did that for several years, and now I realize going deep with a few authority sites is the trick. But I contribute a lot of my success to my willingness to learn the WordPress platform, which wasn't difficult at all. And once that was done, I've learned copywriting and conversion, which is totally doable right within the WordPress platform. So if you've been bouncing around the idea, which one do I go for? Which one do I use? Take it from a veteran, take it from someone who my wife and I, we've created quite the business for ourselves, and it is 100% based on WordPress. I'm totally just amazed at the fact that it's even an open source system, and the benefits to you of it being open source are incredibly noteworthy. So jump in, let's get started with the WordPress site. When I get the videos up on how to build your own WordPress site, I'll add them to the description. But for right now, if you're already ready to move in that direction, this is just your go ahead. It's time to move. It's time to start publishing your content, because you got to publish your content consistently over time. That's how you make the real result in content marketing. That's how you make your real results with organic traffic. And WordPress is the platform you can count on for the long term, because there's no corporations tied into it. You're not contributing to some CEO's ridiculous salary, and you're not at the whims of a dozen developers who hate their job and they'd rather spend their time on Reddit or their support system, their support team, who really don't care about internet stuff. Instead, on WordPress, you're in the same camp as the people who are passionate about the web. They volunteer their time to make it better, and they're contributing to create a better web experience. And those are the people you want to align with. Thank you very much for your time. I'm Miles Beckler. Give me a thumbs up here if you liked the video. Leave me a comment if you have any specific questions. I'm happy to answer your questions. And finally, be sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you get the next videos when they're released. Again, I'm Miles Beckler. I do thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great day.